Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 74 and today we're going to start things off by finishing the chorus plant farm. It is happening finally. Finally, this thing is going to be done. All I need is some golden carrots to get me started. Yeah, 1 diamond per stack. Is that expensive? That might be expensive these days. And apparently some extra redstone resources. Where have all of my resources gone? I don't even have any pistons anymore. Seriously, what have I used them on? Basically, my entire storage system has broken for some reason. I think I must have put a subscribe cobblestone or subscribe dirt in there and it's broken everything. So I'm gonna have to fix that at some point, but for now, chorus plant farm. We need more endstone. Good news! The entire thing has been constructed. It is built. Now, the only thing that is left is I need to do all the blocks out the back, so we need to fill in this area right here, and I also need to place in all of the pistons making their way up on either side, but this thing is now all done, finally. And I thought it would be a good idea to just kind of skip past a lot of the building process simply because, you know, you've seen this, and it's quite a repetitive thing, but it should now all be done. Pistons in, this piston has been replaced. In theory, it should all be functioning. Here we go, here we go. Oh, it's causing some lag. It is going higher than that, isn't it? It's just, it's not rendering, I'm assuming. Okay. Yeah, might not be able to run this. Now, it seems like running that actually broke a lot of things, and I'm not 100% certain why. However, I fear it might be to do with lag. There's a few people online right now, so I guess I can only really use this thing when no one else is on the server because it does kind of destroy the server a tiny bit. Regardless, for now, it is completely finished. It is done. We have got a working, ridiculous chorus plant farm. Let's move on to something else. And I should probably explain something here. So the other day, I was speaking to Iskal because he offered me something ridiculous, okay? As you know, I keep breaking my pickaxes during mining sessions, and he said that he would give me 10 Silk Touch, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3, Mending pickaxes for just 35 diamonds, which is 5 diamonds more than it would cost for me to just craft them. I mean, it seemed like a joke, but apparently he's actually going through with it.
Yes, I come with a delivery for you. So you were interested in a little bit of pickaxe action.
That is... they are actually called Subscribe to Mumbo, all bar one. You've missed one.
Yeah. No, it's not a miss. It's like I wanted it to be special.
Right.
I missed one.
You're a true salesman.
I'm sorry, that's annoying. But yeah. I watched every time you go on a mining session, you just break your pickaxes.
Yeah.
Every time.
That's why I need these.
Yes. Well, that would be 34 diamonds, sir.
They are in the mum box, and I gave you one extra for the special one, I guess you could say. So thank you so much for that.
I could have earned a lot more then, or is it just because? Yeah, okay, fair enough. You get to keep the shulker box as well.
So I'm a bit confused because, okay, I'm gonna be honest. So these diamonds would have cost me 30 diamonds to make, right?
Yes.
And so I've only so you've only charged me 5 extra diamonds for all of these enchantments. Is that how are you getting?
No, the pickaxes would have been 30 diamonds. You're actually paying the 4 diamonds plus the tip for the shulker box, which in town would be at least 6 diamonds.
See, but I'm confused as to where you're getting these pickaxes from. Surely you're not crafting them.
Well, I put them together, but I have a very good village trading center, let's say, and I'm buying a pickaxe and then I'm putting together the books on it. So, yeah, I didn't spend a single diamond. So this is all profit. And that's how you automate diamonds in vanilla Minecraft, if you play on a server.
That is absolutely... I'm very impressed by that. Well, yeah, I'm sold. This is going to come in so handy. This is going to last me at least 2.5 mining sessions, I would say.
That's yeah. Well, you know where to purchase more when you need them.
It's perfect. We're going to be in business a lot, my friend. We are going to be in business a lot.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
So this is awesome. I mean, yeah, this guy's going to be getting a lot of business off me. Anyway, he has also built a ridiculous farm. So we're going to be taking a look at that later on in the episode. But it is 100% inspired me. And now I want to build a ridiculous farm of my own. So I think I'm going to go off on a bit of a hunt for a witch hut, because I've never really built a proper witch farm on the Hermitcraft server. Wait, are these fireballs that have been shot from the Civil War? I think I've just gone past fireballs that were shot during the Civil War. That is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got ourselves a witch hut, and I have to say I actually stumbled across this thing. I was flying to a different swamp biome, and I flew over this area, and it was just plonked down on the bottom there. And I gotta say, I mean, it's gonna be difficult to turn this area into a perimeter, because obviously we're gonna have to stop mob spawning in this entire space. It's going to be a pretty beefy farm, but I am excited for it. I love witch farms. We're going to get so much redstone. It's going to be fantastic. So now it's time for me to do tons of research on what witch farm is best. I was going to design one myself, but I'd probably do a terrible job. After a lot of YouTube watching and speaking to people in the Minecraft technical farming community that know what they're talking about, this is the farm design that I've ended up on. Now this is designed by Ilmango. I'll put a link to it down in the description because all of you should be watching Ilmango's videos. They're just fantastic. And this farm design right here is really, really smart for a number of different reasons. Reason number one is that it's essentially an intelligent, smart, shifting floor design. So you can see that we're alternating soul sand and solid blocks. That's because shifting floors were nerfed at some point. It used to be that you could just use all solid blocks and they'd work perfectly. But now we have to alternate soul sand and solid blocks so that the witches actually kind of glitch through. And that's what these trapdoors are for as well, because you don't want the witches moving side to side. That will stop them from being able to fall. The next thing is that the pattern in which the shifting floors move mean that the witch actually travels straight down through the farm and it doesn't get held up, which is pretty intelligent. And then also, as you can see, we have got this rather crazy looking area around the farm, which is the perimeter, and this is definitely something that I want to build on the Hermitcraft server, and that's because my player is up there and he is loading up the farm and nothing else. So that means that the only things that can spawn in this world right now are these witches right here, and their drops obviously end up in these hoppers, which will end up in the chest. Now, there are a few different killing methods for this farm. One of them is entity cramming, which involves minecarts. It's pretty simple. One of them is suffocation, where you just suffocate the witches in the bottom layer. That's a super simple design, but I want to go for full damage simply because I kind of want to build this. I really want this. I want this big dome thing, this giant hole. I think that'd be satisfying. And I think while mining out that area, that seems like it would just be a fun live stream, just to chill out and crack on with that massive mining project and just do it until it's done. Yeah, let me know down in the comment section if you'd be interested in that sort of thing. Anyway, let's head back over to the base and start gathering some resources. Except I'm not going to do that just yet, because I've just been chatting with Nembom, and he mentioned that we could potentially, very potentially, increase the efficiency by using detection systems. So I've just created this little setup right here. So if we chuck a witch into here, you can see that as soon as it spawns, it then drops through. So then we don't need the clocks anymore, and we don't have witches waiting around in the farm. It could make things faster, so we're going to do a little bit of testing. Now, this first concept that I came up with works until it stops working, and then it just fills up. And that's because these really need to be on redstone clocks. They need to be on independent redstone clocks, so we'll see. I'm getting really close, but it also feels like I'm really far away, and that's depressing. I wonder actually if no, that's silly. This is no, it's not. I've just thought I could flip the redstone clock around, and then this one will be on a different cycle to the other one. So they are... what have I done? What have I done there? No. That was also so close! After about 2 more hours, I actually came up with something, well, I guess you could argue it's quite obvious. A good old-fashioned smart piston setup. So, as we are standing on top of this tripwire, those blocks are going back and forth. And as soon as that observer moves across into that block, it then fires into this piston, which causes this piston to push all of the blocks back. And it seems to be working pretty nicely. All very good. Right, let's try it throughout the entire farm. Except that didn't work because once you put it through the entire farm, spiders can still spawn on top of my smart piston setup, which means that it breaks the entire thing. Why have I decided to do this? But finally, we have managed to get this thing working, and boy oh boy does it feel good. I mean, look, check it out. Look how many witches are falling out the bottom of this thing, and they drop out the bottom instantly. So there's no waiting around. These guys just fall straight out of it. Very, very interesting. I'm curious to see if this is any faster than the other design, which is automated using a redstone clock. I'm going to have to do a lot of comparative testing here. But anyway, now we're going to take a look at another ridiculous farm, and I'm going to be honest, it might be a little bit cooler than this one, to be honest with you. Yeah, Iskal's wither farm is very, very impressive.
This is sort of the collection area. Don't mind this nether portal. I was gonna bring some villagers over, but apparently we have a world border, and this place is 3,000 blocks out in the nether, so yeah, that's outside the world border.
Yeah, that's a bit far out. What happens if you go through? If you make a nether portal on the other side of the world border, do you just pop out and die? How does that work?
No, it actually put the nether portal, like, this is a super teleporter. I can teleport like 2,000 blocks in the overworld with this thing, because this portal leads to the wrong location just inside the world border.
Right.
So, yeah, I could travel very quickly. Well, one time.
Yeah, one time, and then it's done.
Then it's done. All right, so this farm is ridiculous. Okay. And I wanted to take a look at this shulker box here.
Yep. Okay, that's already ridiculous, by the way.
That's just a little stock, you know, just a little stock.
That's an insane quantity of wither skulls. So that's enough to make a stack of beacons, and a bit.
Yes,
just some left over.
And then some. But because we don't have anything in the top left corner, everything that's going to be in the top left corner when we're done here is going to be produced by the farm. So I say we give it like a 5-minute tester, so that you get an idea.
That's probably. But, where do we go?
Here. Minecart elevator.
Oh, sweet.
Minecart 2012. I love these things.
Yeah, it's very. Okay. No, see, I'm clearly not an old school Minecrafter because I still struggle to use those things.
Now, hopefully no one's in the nether, because then obviously this won't work as good. Yep. But I'm going to need you to stand on this block, I think, because you're actually going to lower the spawn rates just a little bit. But if you stand there, we shall see. It's very quiet, and that scares me, but we shall see what happens.
There's definitely a frame rate change. There are 5 people online right now.
There we go.
No, yeah, it seems to be working quite well, mate. What on earth?
Yeah, this thing is pretty insane.
Is this some kind of joke?
6,000. No, it's just ridiculous, dude.
I feel like what you've done is you've collected a bunch of like renamed mobs in like an area, and then you're just gradually pushing them in, and you're like, yeah, I've built a really good farm. Check it out.
How funny wouldn't that be? It's a one-time use, display purpose only farm.
Just to show off. That's so funny. I'm totally gonna do. I'm gonna do that to you at some point. I'm gonna build a fake farm to try and impress my friends.
Hello, Stevie. It's Mumbo over here. Yeah, I built the coolest farm. Come over and have some crisps and look at it.
Don't stay for too long, though. Be on your way quickly.
Oh yeah, it only works for 2 minutes.
The rates have gone down. There must just be more people online or something.
Oh yeah. Someone loaded the nether. Oh,
We're looking good.
The drone is here. Thank you. Okay, so what you want to do is just fly straight up with the drone.
Right. Wow.
And you will see the farm. Now, the way this works is basically You can spawn wither skeletons anywhere in the boundary box of a nether fortress, but I'm using the old crossing trick where the spawning rate for wither skeletons are the highest.
Right.
And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to spawn them on ice, so you can see the ice layers up there. I got 3 layers of spawning spots. And that's important because ice will push them, the mobs will glide on the ice much quicker than they will on a normal sort of block. So
of course.
I got 6 pushers, so 6 flying machines up there, pushing them all the way down to the middle trench, the conveyor belt, where they land on beds. The beds are there to stop their fall a little bit, and it's also to, it breaks their fall basically. And then another flying machine squishes them together into this final tube.
I can see it all happening. I've just flown down, so I can see the flying machines kind of funneling them in, and then you've got some pistons.
You see how quick the spawns are? Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, and the reason for that though is what you see around you. So it's 50,000 buttons. 50,000 buttons. Some of my chunks aren't loading in. I think we might be pushing the server a little bit, so I'll quickly go over here. Okay, no, that looks like. I mean, I don't know if it's quite 50. It looks like 48,000 to me, but I'll have to take your word for it. Okay, well, yeah, maybe. I mean, I did not count exactly, but around 50,000 buttons, and of course that's to spawn proof the whole thing, so nothing else can spawn. It took me 4 days, dude.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. This looks like it was a horrendous endeavor. It was fun though, because like from one day to the next, or from one button to the next, it all of a sudden the farm just kicked into gear. You know? No, you know what? I like these sorts of I do kind of like doing big projects like this in terms of just a repetitive task over and over again, where you can just sit down, like chuck a podcast on or some music and just chill out. Or for you live stream like that, it's just perfect. You can just chill and just do it. Very chilled. You don't have to think much. That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Yeah. Man, this is completely ridiculous.
All right, let's go down and have a look then. So I timed it. We were doing that for 4.5 minutes.
4.5 minutes.
What do you think? Let's have a look.
I hope so much that there's none in there. I really do. There's 10.
There's 10. That's not very impressive. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
That's not bad. I mean, for 4 minutes.
Yeah, but you see, it's RNG, Minecraft RNG, right? So not all of them will drop skulls. I've tested it for 5 minutes and I've got like 39 skulls. So if you do it consistently over an hour, the farm produces 270 skulls an hour.
That's crazy. The only reason I'm laughing, because 10 is still ridiculous, and I'm very impressed.
It's still 3 beacons.
I could just hear the disappointment in your voice. You opened it and you went.
Yeah, I got a little bit disappointed. But in addition, I mean, it produces a ridiculous amount of blaze rods and bone and gold and.
You've got gold, yeah, of course. Flesh.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Arrows. Yeah, this is totally bonkers. I can't believe you've actually constructed this thing, to be honest with you.
I'm very proud. Oh.
During the Civil War, when you're also doing ridiculous projects on the Civil War, have you not been sleeping? I can see the bags on your eyes from over here. You need to you might need to take a relax.
I'm pretty tired inside, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it a lot.
So that was that. That was super, super cool. We're now coming back to my slightly more measly looking farm here. I mean, it's not as impressive, but it is going to be incredibly useful. And now I'm actually going to do some overnight testing. So I came up with an idea, and that is to run two versions of the game at the same time in separate worlds. This one is the separate one with the detection systems that we've created, and then we have the original design in another world. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run them simultaneously, and we'll see how many drops we get from leaving both of them running overnight, exactly the same length of time. This test should be pretty good, but unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is actually all I've got time for today. I really do hope that you enjoyed this Hermitcraft episode. It's been a lot of fun to record. If you have, please be sure to that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.